Hi guys, today we're going to go ahead and draw a lion. This was requested on the discussion board on PowerSchool. So if you have an idea that you would like me to draw or do, please share that with me on our discussion questions for Wednesday videos. Okay, so today we're going to do that lion, and we're going to start with the head shape here. So the head is going to be circular, but for the forehead it's going to come kind of like the top of a heart. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. I'm going to come up and around, and in. Okay, so we have kind of that heart shape, but then the bottom is a circle. And then I'm going to go ahead and come around and do the crazy mane, the hair of the lion. And you can do this however you want. If you want it to be just more wavy, you can do that. I'm going to do mine kind of pointy and jaggedy, so that it's kind of a little bit more kind of all over the place. Maybe a combination of the two. Okay, so he's got some pretty crazy hair there. Then I want to go ahead and add the ears kind of poking through here. So I'm going to add a curved line there and a curved line there, and it kind of overlapped there. So again, if I was drawing with pencil first, that would have been a great way to, I could have erased that. Now I want that ear to look like it's inside the mane, like it's attached to his head. So I'm going to add just a little curve here to make it look like the mane is kind of overlapping that. And I'm going to do the same thing over there. And then I'm going to draw the inside of the ear with just a smaller curve. Okay, so there's our lion's head, mane, and ears. Now down here I'm going to draw our lion's body, and I'm going to have him sitting down. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a curved line here, and I want to do the same thing over on this side. So a curved line there. And then I want to do two lines coming up for the legs, and I'm going to kind of do them at an angle. And then I'm going to do a oval at the base of those to make the paw. Okay, and then I'm going to add little curves there for his toes. Then I'm just going to connect here for his belly. Now, so these are his front legs sitting down. Now I want to do his hind legs sitting down. So if you've ever seen a cat or a dog kind of sit on their bottom, their hips come outward a little bit. So I'm going to add a curve down and around. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, curve down and around. And then I want to add those little paws just like I did on the front, but over here. Like that. And then again, little toes. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little tail kind of peeking out behind here. So I'm going to add a curve up, and it's going to be skinnier at the end of the tail, and it's going to get a little bit wider as it comes down. So again, if you have a dog or a cat, you'll have to look at their tail. Usually it's going to be thicker at the bottom and get smaller at the top. And lions always have kind of a little tuft of hair at the end of it, and I'm kind of running out of room, so it's going to have to be small for me. But I'm going to do just a little tuft of hair. Okay, and you could make that a little bit bigger if you had more room on your paper. So the last thing that I want to do is add his cute little face. So I'm going to go ahead and do the nose first. So right in the middle, I'm going to add an oval shape, like that. And then he's got a happy little face, so I'm just going to come down and around, and I'm just going to do the other curve there. Okay. Now I can color in the nose, and I'm going to color it in black, but I'm going to leave a little highlight, and right now it looks pretty big, but I did a little oval on the inside to leave white, and then I'm going to color the rest of that in. So a highlight is where the light, like the sun or a bulb from the light up in the ceiling or a lamp, is hitting a spot and it's reflecting. So you might be able to see the highlight here on my Sharpie because it's shiny. So those white spots that you see along here, that's called a highlight. Okay. we're going to go ahead and do the eyes, and we're going to leave highlights in those eyes as well. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do big eyes. So 2 big circles. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did for the nose. I'm going to leave a circle. I'm going to do 2 highlights. Another circle, circle, and another circle. Okay. And I want to add a little bit of color to the eye. So if you've ever looked at a human eye, you have what's called the pupil, which is the black part of your eye. You have the iris, which is the colored part of the eye. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to just add a curve down here and down here. And obviously our eyes do not look like this. These are cartoon eyes. But you can make your eyes however you want. Okay? And then again, I'm going to color in this part. So this is the iris. We're going to pretend that's the colored part. And then this is the pupil, that black part. So I'm going to color around here. Okay. Oops. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay. And that, oh, I want to add some whiskers. So I'm just going to add boop, boop, 2 little lines there and boop, boop. I always find it helps when you add sound effects. I don't know why, but it seems to help. So there is our little lion. And then I can come in and start coloring it. So I went ahead and grabbed crayons. That's what I had sitting here next to me. I just have a yellow, orange, brown, and green. You can, like always, color your lion however you want. You could have a rainbow lion, a blue lion, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and color the body of my lion yellow. Obviously, real life lions aren't actually yellow. They're more of a tan color. But usually when you see cartoon lions, they're kind of a yellow color. You'll notice a lot of times when I color, I like to flip my drawing around. I don't know if you're a drawing flipper, but it seems to help me color the direction that I want to. So probably when you watch these videos, it probably looks funny. Why is there paper turning all over the place? Well, that's just how Mrs. Toy colors. Don't forget those little ears. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to come in and do the mane here of our lion. So I'm going to go ahead and use my brown. So I'm going to color the tail, just that little tuft there, some brown. And then I'm going to come in and do the same thing with the hair. Okay. So now I have just the little insides of the ears and the paws. So I don't have a tan with me today, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to still use this brown. I'm just not going to press as hard. So just real light to come in and add a little bit of color to those feet there. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing to the ears. And then I'm going to go ahead and come in with this orange crayon, and I can add just a little bit of value to this. So looks like there's some shadow here. So I'm going to go ahead and add some color to the edge of my lion. And I'm going to do the same thing to the hip. Do the same thing to this other side of the leg, the inside of the leg, the belly. And this just helps our lion look a little bit more realistic. We'll do some kind of coming up underneath the mane here. I always like to layer my colors. I find it just makes it look a little bit more interesting too. Okay, we'll do a little bit on our tail. Okay, if you wanted to come in, you could add some orange to the hair here. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but just kind of coming in little circles, and then it almost adds a little texture to it too. Okay, and then I want to do some on the feet there, or on the tuft. And then I'm going to go, since I added some shadow here, I'm going to do the same thing to the paws. I'm going to add just a little bit to the corners and the bottom. Just like that. Oh, I want to do some to the face. Okay, I can do some on the ears if I want. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and make green eyes. And that's it. Now you can decorate your background if you want to. You could do stripes. You could make it look like your lion is sitting outside. Whatever you want. I can't wait to see what you guys make. Be sure to share it with me on either Seesaw or on Artsonia. And I hope you have fun with it. Have fun!